Yo, what's good, YouTube? Zamcrow here, aka Scoot, back with some more Draft League content. We got a new, not really a series, it's just new content. We've joined the farm. So, I don't know if this is like a sister league to the Hive. I mean, I know they're not in kind of cahoots or anything like that, but it just the farm, the Hive, and then the Hive being, the Beedrills family, the farm being Togekiss family. We got Togepi, eggs, Togekiss on a farm, things like that. I don't know really what's going on here, but I like the concept. And one of my buddies reached out to me from the Draft League World Series, where we've been competing in speed tournaments, and we just had season one. Season one of the Draft League World Series is actually still ongoing and going into the bracket rounds of playoffs, which is pretty cool. So my man Dash reached out to me. I think it was Dash that reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to join his league. And the CPC was in, and the World Showdown Series was in, and the IDM hadn't started up. PBF's halfway over, and then more Nation Draft League's halfway over as well. So I was like, heck, why not? I'm joining the APA Evolution League. So why not go ahead and join the farm as well, and then I can get IDM going, and then I'll have 3 leagues, confident leagues as well, going at the same time, and I can keep dishing out my content. Anyways, this was a bit weird draft. As you can see on screen, I have Mega Alakazam and Mega Charizard X. I have 2 Megas. So let's talk about the league for a minute. Like I mentioned, it is called the farm. And the farm has 2 divisions right now. It has the Togepi division and the Togekiss division. Togekiss being for more experienced, veteran, high-skilled players, and that's where they put me and my Blackmont Raikougars. I feel like we should be okay in that position as well. It was a point-based draft, and with 120 points total, and you had to have between 10 and 12 months, 16 coaches, 2 conferences, 4 divisions. Pretty cool there. Before I was actually invited to the league, or maybe during my invite, all players that were joining the league were asked a question. One of the questions being, what are your top 3 favorite Pokemon of all time? So I picked Mega Alakazam, or Alakazam, one and the same, Scizor, and Primeape. Well, Primeape before Scizor. So Alakazam, Primeape, and Scizor. That's my top 3 favorite Pokemon of all time. And I didn't know that one of those 3 Pokemon would have to be my captain. So it turns out, out of Mega Alakazam, Scizor, and Primeape, the most competitive, the most monstrous is Mega Alakazam in my opinion. I really do like Scizor as well, but I feel like Mega Alakazam, its speed tier, its power, it's just unrivaled. So ultimately decided that that would be my team captain. And I also didn't know that my team captain would be forced to come to half of my games. So I have to bring it to 6 out of 12 of my battles. Fine by me though, I love using Mega Alakazam. It's going to be really hard to use it over Mega Charizard every week though, when Mega Charizard can easily just run the same move set every week and be extremely effective. It's just that strong. It's how strong it is. Anyways, so like I just mentioned, your team captain has to be brought to 6 times out of your 12 matches, and you can be penalized if you don't bring it. And what happens there is your roster will be deducted 2 Pokemon by random, and then you will be given 2 Little Cup Pokemon to go in there in their in their positions, which is insane rules in my opinion. I think it was insane that we even had to have a team captain, and it's forced to bring 6 times. But hey, I like trying new things. Ask my girlfriend. So our entire roster can use Z moves. So I've got Z Celesteela, Hydreigon, Nidoqueen, Greninja, Comfey, Suicune, Decidueye, Oricorio, and Yanmega if I need it. It was fantastic. So not having a team captain would be a self-inflicted handicap. So I decided against that. I felt like Mega Alakazam would be a fine team captain. You can't have Omni boosting Z moves outside of EV, or Omni boosting moves at all outside of EV, which is pretty good rule. I don't think EV should be allowed either, but hey, it is what it is. And then free agency and draft spaces are allowed as long as you don't abuse the rules. And we do have rules for trading and things like that, which is very, very, very nice. I like trading rules. I don't like unlimited trades. I don't like getting an advantage weekly or anything like that. And then say, well, I'm not going to go over that since trades and stuff don't really affect me. I won't be trading a lot. I won't be trading. I don't see a reason to trade a lot at the point, or at this point in time. So I thought this was another a weird rule. So Savali, you can draft it and you can use all types, but prior to the battle, like right before the battle starts, you have to let your opponent know which type of Savali um, you're going to, be using. And anyways, blatantly off-balance trades will be put on trial and voted for, and I believe that's a fantastic rule. Say if I were to try to trade my Mega Charizard X for somebody's Charmander, hey, they're getting a huge advantage there, and they're going to be using that, and it puts me at a disadvantage. And I like that should be able to vetoed and be voted upon and vetoed off. So that's pretty cool. Next up. Like I mentioned, I have Mega Charizard X and Mega Alakazam. We're allowed to draft multiple Megas if you like and afford it. I did. I was able to afford it. I saw Charizard still there at round 10, and I was like, I'm taking that bad boy. As soon as I picked it, the very next guy that was going to pick next said that it was a snipe. Like, dude, Charizard X in round 10 is a snipe. Why don't you pick that up in the first 3 rounds at least? I think Charizard X is a round 1 mon. Best Mega. Second best. Third. Top 3. Anyways, so playoffs work. The best record from each division are automatically the 1 and 2 seeds in their respective conference. Top 3 records from each conference make the playoffs. That's 6. And then the next 4 best records in the league will play in a wild card to be the final 2 seeds, which is pretty cool. So you can't trade your you can't trade your captain at all. And you can't make any free agency moves until after the draft, which makes sense to me. If you pick up a mon in free agency, it has to stay on your roster for 2 weeks before you can drop it again. And the end of the week 7 is the trade deadline, and there is no free agency deadline, so it's interesting there. Captain price, as you guys remember, Mega Alakazam is a 16-point mon. Perhaps a 15-point mon, I'm not real sure. There was confusion there. Anyways, depending on if my captain, say I picked Primeape as my captain, and it was a 7 or 6-point mon or something like that, or a tier, I should say, point value, it would actually give me, 7 to 9 points to use in my draft. If I picked a higher tier mon as my team captain, then I actually got some points taken away. This is a pretty cool system there, I think, in my opinion. You guys would obviously have to check it out yourself to get a more in-depth analysis of the system, but really cool in my opinion. And then Rule 21 was if there is a Pokemon that leaves my team, it cannot return to my team ever again. So if I was to drop Hydreigon, I can never have Hydreigon again in Season 2. So the winner does the dock update, kind of like a courtesy thing, because nobody wants to watch a battle and record the stats for that battle after you just lost. And I agree with that too. Genesis Supernova is allowed, so the Millennium Z is, it's there. So you start off with 5 free agencies, and right after the draft, as you can see, I have Oricorio, which is a phenomenal baton passer. Decidueye, which is a phenomenal baton passer. Both can pass Swords Dances. Oricorio can baton pass Calm Minds, Agility. Decidueye can pass Swords Dance. It can pass Nasty Plots. Imagine me passing a Nasty Plot from my Decidueye into Mega Alakazam, Hydreigon, Nidoqueen, Greninja, Yanmega even, or even into my Oricorio, which continuously could, set up more Calm Minds. So I drafted this very nasty squad for them to, after the draft, make a new rule. And dry passing is the only baton passing you can do. And it says, when in doubt, think Smogon. Most rules coincide. No, you cannot dry pass in Smogon. So that's not a rule that coincides at all, despite, having your restrictions on it. Looking at my entire squad, I have Celesteela, Hydreigon, Comfy. It makes up a pretty okay Fairy Dragon Silcore. Could be better, but I like it. I'll work with it. I'll suffice. Make do. Got a pretty nice Fire Water Grass Core. And Suicune, Decidueye, and Charizard. I love Charizard and Suicune together. I once used them with Bulu, and that was so much fun. Hopefully we can get the same amount of work out of them. Yen Mega is really nice. It's cool, like low tier Pokemon. Same thing for Oricorio. Um, lots of cool different strategies I can bring. Like I mentioned though, they did restrict my team. They saw the power, and they had to put a little restrictions on me and make sure that I didn't get out of control and things like that. That being said, I think I can briefly go over what would be my schedule. And I know in week 1, I will be facing off against the San Antonio Shaman. In week 2, we face off against the Missouri Magnazones. In week 3, we're going to be facing off against the Minnesota Manetrics. Looks to be a fun three match start there. Then in week 4, we're facing off against the Sweden Swablues. I think I said that right. Next up will be the Archeops FC, which would be the football club, I believe. And then in week 6, we're going to be facing off against the Florida State Seismitoads. That'll be a good one. I think all these will be a good battle. Week 7, we face off against the P Poniards. It'll be another fun one there. All of them's going to be fun, so I'm going to quit saying that. The Blackmont Raikougars will be facing off against the San Antonio Spurs in week 8. And then in week 9, we'll face off against the Florida State Seismitoads. I think once again, we play them in week 6 and week 9. I'm not sure why, but that's the case. In week 10, we'll face off against the Murfreesboro Blaziken. Pretty cool team name there. And then in week 11, we'll face off against the Sweden Swablues once again. And then last but not least, in week number 12, we will face off against the Minnesota Manetrics for the second time as well. So we'll have 3 rematches throughout the regular season. We don't get to face the Black City Rapidash. Unfortunately, was looking forward to playing Dash in the regular season. Hopefully, we can both make playoffs though and go from there. Anyways, like I mentioned, and as you can see on screen, Mega Alakazam is my team captain, and not too much else to say about it really. There's 4 divisions, like I mentioned. We got the Bush division, the Dash division, the Goat division, and the Milk division. Originally, I believe I was in the Goat division, and I was making jokes about being the Goat. But now we're in the Milk division. It'll be okay though. We've got the Murfreesboro Blaziken, Nigerian Jinx, and the Washington Whiscash in our division, so that'll be fun. Have to outplay or outperform them throughout the season so that we can get top of our division. And then in the, I believe it'll be the Dash and the Bush division in one conference, and the Goat and Milk division in the other conference, where the Goat division, which is part of our conference, will have the Hong Kong Druddigons, Minnesota Manetrics, Sweden Swablues, and the Florida State Seismitoads. So, pretty interesting. Going to be looking forward to, all of these matches and things like that. Definitely looking forward to keeping up with not only our games, but the rest of the games. Check out these players. Again, I don't know most of these guys. I know a few of them. I think I know Lux, Dash, and that's really about it. Banana Lord, I know Banana Lord, and yeah, that's something else. So let's just scratch all of what I just said about divisions and conferences, because here on another tab, it does have me in the Goat division once again, alongside with Banana Lord. So I don't really know what to think about the rules, the divisions, the conferences. I'm not even sure how playoffs work. It seemed really strange to me, the way they have the bracket set up. I know maybe the bracket doesn't matter as much as the formula for playoffs, but yeah, that's going to be it. Not too much else to say about the league or anything like that, and I guess that's about it on my squad as well. So, that being said, I guess we can cut off here and look forward to the team builders and the matches that will be following. I won't do those in separate videos. I will do my team builder in the first 5 to 15 minutes, depending on how long and how much in-depth my team builder is. And then have, however long it takes to cover the battle for the last segment of the videos. But yeah, till then, we'll be looking out for, week 1 to drop and things like that. Be seeing if any other coaches are, putting out their content from this league as well. And if they are, I'll try to get all their links and link them down below. But yeah, that's going to be it. So let me know what you think about the squad. Let me know what you guys think about the farm, the rules, the concept, things like that. And I guess that's going to be it. So yeah, just leave a like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.